Utah Senator Orrin Hatch on the disconnect. And Senator, this seems to be going toward a shutdown in a couple of weeks, if that. What do you think?
Well, let me tell you, I think that the Democrats are playing chicken on this issue. They're only willing to cut another $5 billion for the rest of this year. And like you say, that would be a rounding error. I think that the
Is that
Republicans...
$5 billion on top of the $4 billion, or is that $5 billion in total?
No, it'd be on top of the $4 billion, but that's like nothing. I mean, the Republicans in the House have come up with $60 billion, and I think that's not enough. But nevertheless, that's about the best they think they can do with the Democrats over there and the Democrats here.
So you're presented that, Senator. What do you do? Would you, looking at those cuts, say, or give another 2 weeks to come up with something better to keep us going along, or what?
Well, I'll vote for the House bill, and the reason is because they have all kinds of language in that bill that takes us down the road to real fiscal restraint and real fiscal care. We can't live with another $5 billion, and the Democrats know that. They're just unwilling to quit spending. They keep themselves in power because American people, for some reason, have put them in power sometimes because they spend us blind.
I'm just wondering whether, I know your feelings on this subject, Senator, so
yeah.
no offense intended for you, but I don't see much better action out of Republicans. You mentioned even the $60 billion effort in the House, a good effort, but again, relative chump change in a $1.5 trillion deficit. Even Rand Paul, your colleague, the new colleague from Kentucky, has said we should be looking at $500 billion this year, and even there you'd be looking at still a $1 trillion deficit. Where is this going?
Well, I wish we could do that, but that would be financially irresponsible if we went that far. Now,
do you really?
$60 billion.
What's the most Orrin Hatch would like to see cut?
Well, I would like to see the $100 billion plus cut out this year and then do it every year thereafter. But there are a lot of programs that would be drastically hurt by that are legitimate, good programs that the American people want and want to keep. On the other hand, I don't, I'm not happy with the $60 billion, but they at least are establishing some principles in that particular bill that will take us, it seems to me, to more deficit reduction, and that's important. Right now, we're $14 trillion in debt. This president had added 25% to the debt in just 2 years, and it's going to go up a lot more if we don't do something about it. They say they're going to have tax cuts for about $1.1 trillion over 10 years. Well, they ignore the fact that this year alone the deficit is $1.6 trillion, the way they're handling it.
Well, then let me
ridiculous.
ask you then, Senator, if this is going at the rate it's going, and you would be opposed to sort of these meager 2-week extensions at a time, 6 billion, whatever it is, we're going to shut down, aren't we? This government is going to shut down.
Well, I hope not, but I'll tell you this, if we shut down, it'll be because of the recalcitrance of the Democrats who don't want to do anything about spending. I have to say the people in the House are trying to do their best and keep their people together. There's some who want them to cut more, some who want them to cut less.
Yeah, but the administration seems to be thinking that you guys are going to blink. What do you say?
Well, I don't think we should blink. I think we got to take it to the wall, and hopefully, if we can't get $60 billion in cuts, the American people have got to understand that that's not our fault if the Democrats shut this place down. It'll be the Democrats in the Senate who do it. And they're counting on their friends in the media saying that the Republicans have done it when the Republicans are trying to do what they said they would do, and that is get spending under control, get some spending restraint. Now, think about it. The president says he's going to freeze spending on these discretionary programs. Okay, they've increased the discretionary programs 24% in 2 years. And then if you include the unworkable, failing stimulus bill, it really goes up to about 84%. Yeah, I bet they want to put a freeze on that because they just jumped the cost so high. It sounds like they're not really serious about getting spending under control.
We'll watch it closely, Senator. Always good having you on.
Nice to be with you, Neil. You do a great job.
Orrin Hatch.